I made a move. I did what I had to do.
I haven't talked to you in 8 years.
Oh. Well, all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing the Challenge All-Stars Season 4, Episode 4? Yeah. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So as we know in the last episode, Cara Maria and Rachel struck a deal, which led Rachel to give her extra star to Veronica. Now, Cara is feeling like Cam did her dirty, didn't really have her back. Cam is also feeling the same way. So there's this unspoken tension that's going around the house.
Between me and you, Cara's like, oh, well, I just thought Cam would have my back.
Cara and Rachel absolutely cut a deal, and I'm not in on this.
The only way I can see Cara's point of view is by the point that Cara voted, if the editing is true to life, it was already certain that Rachel was going in. So it didn't matter which way Cara Maria voted. So for Cam to take it personal, it's like your person was going in anyways. Why must I burn a bridge if you've already gotten your way as my friend? You know what I'm saying? So that's the way that I would see it. Now for Cam to feel slighted by Cara because Cara made a deal with somebody outside of their little, group. She made a deal with somebody who has a star. And Cam doesn't have a star, so of course you wouldn't be cutting the deal because you don't meet the requirements of the deal. At least that's my opinion. The next day is the daily challenge, and it is called Unbraided Reloaded. Horrible name. They could have just said Unbraided. But anyways, teams of 5 have to unbraid their ropes and solve a puzzle while the truck is moving. Fastest team wins. The orange team, which had Brad, Veronica, Cara, Ace, and Flora, and the red team, which had Jasmine, Tina, Brandon, Jay, and Avery, were first. Even though Ace has played this game before, his team did a horrible job.
Damn, that shit still tangled up.
Now they just get to play.
Go. All right, you go behind me. Switch places with you.
I've got titties in my mouth, feet everywhere.
We're literally beating each other up to get around each other, but it's actually working right now.
The red team absolutely had a better strategy, if we can even call it a strategy. It seemed like they eventually got to the point where one person was moving at a time, where the orange team, it was like everybody wanted to be the leader, so everybody was trying to move at the same time. That doesn't work. You're just gonna get more tangled. That's the thing with these team games. A lot of the time, people don't want to relinquish the power, and so too many cooks spoil the broth. That's the saying, right? Too many. I think so. The point is, if too many people are trying to lead, it's only gonna cause destruction. It's only going to cause chaos, okay? So the next teams were the pink team, which had Cam, Laurel, Ryan, Derek, and Steve. And the green team, which had Leroy, Rachel, Nicole, Adam, and Keefla. And again, one team had the strategy of one person moving at a time. The other team had the strategy of everybody's moving at the same time.
I'm coming down. I'm coming in. No.
Adam is moving like a bull in a china shop. Unfortunately, this team is quite the mess.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Just unwinding so fast. I'm super happy with my team.
Cam and Laurel, I think we just all default to them.
Ultimately, the pink team won the game, which means the green team and the orange team are in the bottom. It is a girls' day, so it's up to the red team. Yeah, this is even starting to confuse me a little bit. It's up to the red team, which again is Jasmine, Tina, Brandon, Jay, and Avery, to choose 2 women to send into the elimination. After the challenge, we get a little segment of this Nicole and Laurel. Can we call it a relationship? I don't know what this is. Whatever it is, it's very toxic.
I said I would never talk to you, and look at where we're at.
We're attracted to each other.
It's scary.
You are afraid to say some things. We stopped talking, and then, I don't know what happened to you after that.
I just gotta process all of it.
Yeah, I know, I understand.
I felt like I was at a really good fight until I passed you.
There is still something there between Nicole and I.
I still don't understand how this couple works. I saw them on the challenge, didn't get it. Saw them on X on the Beach. It was the winter one, though. What was it called? Child, I love me an MTV show, you know? Peak of Love? Peak of Love? I think it's called Peak of Love. Didn't make sense there either. Apparently, when it comes to Nicole, she really struggles to articulate her feelings. And even though Laurel doesn't like talking about feelings, she would rather have clear conversation about what went wrong and what we're going to do about what went wrong. Nicole doesn't like all that. It's too much for her to process, which is probably why they broke up in the first place. Eventually, she's going to have to grow up and have these grown-up conversations, even if it's not with Laurel. You're going to have to grow up regardless. And, you know, and then with Laurel, you're just going to have to be patient because you acknowledge that Nicole struggles in this realm. You're going to have some grace with her. So the middle group, which is the red team, is deliberating between who they want to send in. Of course, we know that Tina is a part of the Mean Girls crew, so it's highly unlikely that they're going to agree on who to send into the elimination.
Okay, so who are you thinking?
Veronica and Rachel.
Break up our alliance. I'm between a rock and a hard spot.
What would they do for me? They will never save me.
Everyone's trying to protect their friends, and that's where this is getting dicey.
I think that you're being manipulated.
By who?
Tina sucks at politicking.
Tina, by far, has the worst game ever. If not for Ayanna, and shout out to somebody in the comments who had talked about Ayanna's cancer diagnosis. I had no idea. And after you said that, it actually popped up on my Explore page. She is battling with cancer, so heart goes out to her for sure. In the game, however, Ayanna was just so bad socially. Tina is worse. Tina is worse. Ayanna, she just, you know, she would bark at people whenever she felt like her back is against the wall. But with Tina, even when her back isn't against the wall, she's going to bark at people. She's going to try to strong arm people. And I'm like, girl, make it make sense. You're in a very visible alliance that you were unashamed to claim. Everybody is aware that you have automatic numbers. So what are they going to do? Go with their own numbers. And it's like Tina is shocked every single time people don't want to side with her alliance. Why would they? When push came to shove, you're going to choose your alliance over other people. What are you mad about? And you've already seen that strong arming people does not work. So stop trying to do it. Do something else. So Cara is told by, I forget his name. She's told by somebody that her name is on the chopping block. Now she is thinking, how could that be? My friends are the ones voting. Well, think again.
It's two very strong competitors and finalists that y'all can possibly vote in.
All of us are swings.
I'm willing to say Cara and Rachel.
I'm willing to say Cara's. I don't want to say Rachel's.
I won't say Cara's name.
But here's why. Okay.
Just give me the names first.
Cara, Rachel.
If Tina's gonna play the flip-flop game, then I will be the third vote and say Rachel.
Ace is sitting there being like, I'm psychic. Like, I have bad vibes. As long as I got you, Jay, and Jazz, you guys aren't gonna say my name.
You know that feeling where something's off? I'm starting to get that feeling.
When there's $250,000 on the line with people who have families and homes and careers and things, you can never underestimate the lengths that they will go to get that money. So Cara Maria is feeling like, hold on, why is there an awkward energy in the air? Because people want to save themselves. People want to save their ass. Cam had made a point to pitch for Rachel and Cara Maria. I feel like the people who voted for her, most of them, were going to vote that way anyways. But I would assume because Jasmine had Cam's back in the episode before and so did Brandon, that they're likely going to align together in their votes. So when the time actually came for voting, it wasn't even them who were the biggest shock, even though Cara Maria is like offended by them. The real person who should actually be upset is Rachel, because Tina completely turned her back on her alliance.
Why do you gotta go last?
Because I'm senior. Go ahead.
I see your game.
Rachel and Cara.
Boom. Done and done.
The majority was 3 Rachel, 3 Cara, so she just went with it.
Well, I'm not happy about it.
You shouldn't be happy about it. You made yourself look dumb.
Tina literally did not have to vote for Rachel. There were 2 other options. You could have picked the 2 other options. Cara Maria and Rachel were already going in. So just for the sake of, oh, I want to keep the peace, you really should have voted for the other 2 women. But she's like, oh, I'm going to keep the peace. I'm going to vote for Rachel and Cara. Are you dumb? Tina, you can't be serious. And this is what I'm saying. Like, when money is involved, sometimes like the thought processes, they don't really work well, you know? And these people have been in these friendships for so many years, but their real loyalty is to the money. is to their family, is to their home life. So be careful what people will do for some money, okay? Then you have Jasmine, who is clearly standing on business, all right? And she's saying it's not game. I mean, it's not personal, it's game.
Jasmine, you better hope I don't come back.
It's just shitty. It's
just
You
shitty.
can be upset if you want to. You're allowed to.
I'm not gonna lie, I said your name.
I told you.
Two people that like Brandon hurts.
Yeah, of course.
He's like my favorite person. That is personal. That shit's very personal.
I can understand Cara's betrayal, having known these people for a long time, but at this point, everybody has known everybody for a long time. So it's hard to gauge who's your real alliance or not. And let's be honest too, not that they're showing this as a factor in the show, but Brandon, Jasmine, Cam, Leroy, they all share something in common. I'm just saying, there's another layer of loyalty that I can see happening with that group. They're not saying it in the show. I'm just giving y'all a different perspective that might not be in Cara Maria's mind, or maybe it is and she's just not saying it. But the point of the matter is, even if you feel like, oh my gosh, you're my friend, you're supposed to protect me, everybody has friends in here. Everybody has friends. And Brandon said, I haven't spoken to you in 8 years. So how friendly could we really be? It's time for the elimination, which is called Star Slice. Each player has to aim at the opponent's picture and trying to avoid the other punishments or your own picture. Both women, piss poor job.
Oh, shit. This might take a few days, the way this is going.
It looks like Stephen Wonder and Ray Charles are competing against each other right now.
Oh! Whoa! Heads up! Everybody watch out!
Time to throw the jokes away for a minute and really concentrate.
There was no way to predict who was going to win this. This is one of those games by chance thing, unless you just happen to be an axe throwing legend back home or something. And these weren't even axes. They were slicing stars or something, throwing stars. How likely is it that you're going to find somebody who just happens to be good at this game? So I'm not surprised that Cam and Laurel didn't want to play. I'm not surprised that the both women who did play weren't good at it. And of the people who won, Cara Maria winning, it's kind of like, we don't know who would have won. So I wish, because it was not Lauren, what's this girl's name? Because it was, what is her name? Rachel and Cara Maria, I would have loved to see something physical. I don't know what the turnaround is for the production team to set up the elimination, but knowing it was the two of them, it would have been so good to see something physical. But it is what it is. Cara Maria decides to use her extra star to give to, what's her name? Jasmine. And the reason is she wants to paint a target on Jasmine's back, because if somebody sees Jasmine as a weak player, they're obviously going to want to go against her and steal that star. She didn't want to give it to somebody like Laurel because they might send Cara in with Laurel the same way they sent Rachel in with with Cara. Yeah. Is that a good strategy? I think so. Cam doesn't think so, but I think so. You want to keep a weaker person, one, so that people want an easy win if they go into the elimination. And two, if Jasmine happens to make it to the final, let's be honest, she's kind of a layup in comparison to Cara Maria based on stats. Jasmine very well could beat her, but history shows us that's probably not going to be the case. So I actually like Cara's decision. I think it made sense. The next episode, it seems like Cara's out for revenge. So we'll see what that looks like. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.